L.U.C.A Coaching by TJ project. My name is Brett Thiemann.
My name is Dane Troya, and a little bit of background on our project. So L.U.C.A Coaching by TJ was founded by Teresa Jennings with this mission statement to significantly improve patient care and staff satisfaction in critical care settings. These are kind of low, under-supported nursing units such as like NICU, labor and delivery, pediatrics, places where they can't get the support that they needed. Like I mentioned, Teresa Jennings is our sponsor. And our stakeholders, project manager Bill Browning, coach Brian Billings, and tribe lead Dr. Bonita Sharif. They've been along with us the entire way, super helpful, mentorship, any kind of roadblocks, issues we've run into, super appreciative of them.
And to cover a little bit more of the student team, we have our squad lead, Deanna Hanslick, and 3 other developers, Clancy Jones, Rhett Larson, and Dat Bowie. They are all down at our booth right now. And to get into kind of the problem and opportunity, so a bit more on the L.U.C.A Coaching by TJ company itself. They saw an issue, which was that many novice nurses feel underprepared and overwhelmed in specialty units, specifically targeting some of the small town hospitals that maybe just don't have access to the training that young nurses need. And it was creating somewhere close to like a 50% attrition rate through their first 2 years. Teresa saw that, decided to develop some training that might help them, and ran into more red tape than she thought she would with those senior individuals at the hospital, and decided in the current technological revolution that we're experiencing, a direct-to-consumer approach might work out better.
And that's where she saw this opportunity to come to us with an idea of creating an app that would be direct to the consumer to improve that patient care quality and just provide the necessary knowledge, skills, and support that these nurses need.
So then a little bit more about our actual project being part of this solution. The vision of the L.U.C.A app is to provide this knowledge via a user-friendly web application to reflect the mission. The idea here is it can't be confusing. It has to be easy to work through. It has to be very basic steps, and it has to be accessible to everyone. So that's why the scope of this project was to encompass a multi-platform app, the foundational framework that enables functionality across anything you want to use, whether that be phones, tablets, desktops, it's going to work for you. Additionally, the project has a local admin interface that allows administrators to input, manage, and verify any scenario data directly into a database to allow for machine learning model training in the future.
Yeah, so we'll talk about the machine learning model in a second, but first, a little bit of our architecture. Our app is split into a front end and a back end. We use Supabase as our database solution. For all 3 of those, we had this unique opportunity to find a solution that was low cost and accessible 24/7. So that's what we did with Supabase, Render, and Vercel. This app is always accessible on the web. Anyone, Teresa, anyone she wants to test it, can go look at the app, try it out. And as well, just a little more in-depth at our user accounts diagram for our table. Any user who uses the app can create an account, sign in with their unique credentials. There's password reset functionality, session tokens, all the things you'd expect from a regular web app.
Then kind of going back to the machine learning model side, and specifically the data collection. Our issue as a team was never that we didn't know enough test cases. We had them. They were in Teresa's brain. We just had to find a way to get them to where we could use them to train machine learning models. Our solution to that was a local Python interface that would just pop up, allow her to select various different symptoms and values to send in to an AI API that would kick a response back of what the AI thought it should do. More often than not, that was wrong, so we allowed Teresa to then edit them and submit them to the database. The other value of that was all of our data directly reflected what we see in the app.
Yeah, so from a nurse's perspective, when they're using the app, they've got this multi-step patient intake flow where they go through the vital signs and symptoms, age, all the things you'd fill out for a patient. And from that, you can submit it. It'll send it up to that database, the same one that Teresa was uploading data to. It'll kick back a response trained on this 100% accurate, clinically verified data, and give them insights into potential solutions or just suggestions that they might not have thought of otherwise.
And some value and highlights that the app and project itself has is that it is built for critical care nurses. It's not something that's built out for doctors. It's not a general purpose machine learning model that's supposed to know everything. It is supposed to know exactly what that nurse is dealing with, speak her language back and forth to her, and show her the steps that she did learn in nursing school that she just doesn't know to apply in this given situation.
Yeah, another highlight is that AI-powered patient assessment tool that we call the Assess Patient feature, guiding those nurses through a very user-friendly, structured, multi-step flow, and giving them that recommendation based on these, like I said, 100% accurate, verified clinical trials or cases that give nurses that clinical guidance and support that they need. Another highlight for us kind of as a team is navigating confusion. Something that we learned early on is that we didn't know exactly what Teresa wanted as a solution. This app began as an iOS app just for Apple users, but she quickly realized she wanted this to be accessible to everyone. So that's where we shifted to a progressive web app, and it's accessible now on any device that has a browser, laptop, phones, tablets, whatnot. And we learned as a team that it's important to always ask questions along the way, make sure that what we're working on closely aligns with the vision of our sponsor.
And then kind of piggybacking off of that, but as a team, we really learned the value of non-technical communication, both with a sponsor and within the team itself. Starting this project as a greenfield project, so we had nothing in front of us and only open space to run with. And working with a non-technical sponsor taught us that technical skills aren't always going to be the only thing that gets the job done. So the ability to adapt quickly and communicate clearly across any audience to where everyone understands what we're saying, speaking at different levels, was a huge piece of growth for us as a team.
Yeah, and so we just want to say thank you, Teresa, on behalf of the dev team, not just for giving us this experience, but also trusting in us to kind of bring your vision to life, and we're super appreciative of that.